Hey everyone, it's Mike from Destinations of Travel coming to you live today from Disney's Hollywood Studios. A very happy Easter to everyone. Hope you're having a good holiday. We are here on the tail end of spring break. So it's going to be a little bit busy around the park today. Hi Steven, hi Randy. Hi Debbie. Happy Easter to everyone. Hope you're ready to take a walk with me around Disney's Hollywood Studios. Like I said, it's gonna be a little bit busy today. I did take a little bit of a walk around the park. It's a little crowded. Wait times are pretty high. We won't be getting on anything today, that's for sure. Last I saw, I believe Tower of Terror, I believe, was the longest. No, Slinky Dog Dash was 130 minutes. Tower of Terror was 110 minutes. And then Rise of the Resistance was just behind that at 105 minutes. So the wait times are pretty high today. Hi, Jill. Hey, Rob. But we're still going to take a walk around the park, check out anything that's new. It's been quite a while since I got a chance to walk around Hollywood Studios, so we'll see some new stuff today. Steven says that's intense. Yeah, again, this is the tail end of spring break, right? So things are going to get a little bit more back to normal starting tomorrow. There'll probably be a little bit of a lag time between seasons, but by the end of this week, I'd say it's probably one of the slower seasons. I wouldn't really call it slow. Still going to be pretty busy, but between now or between the end of this week, I'll say, and Memorial Day, probably a really good time to visit. Memorial Day kicking off the summer season, things get a little bit busier then, but until then, it'll be a slightly slower season. Hi, Dickie. Hi, Jackie. Happy Easter. We're going to pop into the Five and Dime here because I saw something earlier that I actually had to pick up because, that I actually had to pick up because it's awesome. So if you are not familiar, the Walt Disney World Vault Collection has been releasing new merchandise all throughout the world's most magical celebration here, the celebration of the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World. And so there's some cool new stuff here. But the thing that I had to pick up is this coaster set. Well, they're calling it a coaster set. It's more like little like trays, but they are like mimicking the original tickets, the old ticket system at the Magic Kingdom. So if you're a theme park nerd like I am, or even if you're not, maybe you've just been visited Walt Disney World a few times, you might have heard the term e-ticket, which is referencing like a big major attraction. And so the original e-ticket here at Magic Kingdom worked for It's a Small World, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, the Mickey Mouse Review, Jungle Cruise, Tropical Serenade, and the Haunted Mansion. And so the ticket system, the way this worked was there were different levels of tickets for different levels of attraction. So you had the A ticket for things like Main Street Vehicles and Cinderella's Golden Carousel, and then it would go up from there until you would get to your big e-ticket attraction. So today, something like Rise of the Resistance, Tower of Terror, Slinky Dog Dash, those would be your e-tickets. And so this whole set here comes in this Walt Disney World 50th box. And it's only $24.99. It's an awesome deal for these really, really cool trays. Again, they call them coasters. I don't really know that I would consider these coasters, but they're awesome. might have to pick one up for Rob later. So yeah, and then keep an eye on the Disney Vault Collection, by the way. They've released some really, really cool stuff. We saw all that other merchandise before I found the coasters. Lots of really cool like vintage apparel. Yeah, as Audrey says here, that's not a bad price. Yeah, $24.99 for that whole set of quote-unquote coasters. We'll probably take the same path that we usually take going through this park. We'll end down on Sunset Boulevard with a nice view of Tower of Terror to wrap things up. But for now, I'm going to head towards the Chinese Theater and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. It is warm, by the way. It's not too bad. We're in like the high 80s today. I think it's low 80s right now, but it's supposed to get into the high 80s before it, thunderstorms at like 4 p.m. because Florida. But it's not bad in the shade. It's just the sun is pretty strong. You can see out here in front of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, it doesn't look like it's too crowded. And this was listed at, I think, a 65-minute wait when I started the video. It doesn't look like it's that long. Usually the queue would be stretched out over there, and you can see a few people, but it's not super deep. So maybe the wait times are a little exaggerated right now. Maybe it's not too bad. It's definitely, like, you can tell it's kind of busy, but I've definitely seen it busier than this. So it might not be too bad. I do want to show off, like we've done this before, but I want to show off the Fab 50 statues here in Disney's Hollywood Studios, again celebrating the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World. So we've got Edna Mode first. And then right next to her, we have Frozone. This is one of my favorites because the size of it, it's awesome. And then this whole like ice slide, I guess. I don't know what you would call that, but it's really cool. Happy Easter, Michael Mack. Steven asked, which statues are my favorite? You guys know I am a big Marvel nerd. So the Rocket Raccoon and Groot over in Epcot are my favorites, which, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this in our last video, but we learned that Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind will be opening on May 27th over at Epcot. So we are very close to the opening of a brand new, what would be an e-ticket attraction.
Does it feel heavier?
We also have R2-D2 and BB-8 over here. Poor C-3PO does not get the Fab 50s treatment. Oh, hang on. I got to catch up on a comment here. Oh, a few comments. Ooh, I missed some. Randy dealing with 88 right now. It's a little bit warmer than what we've got here right now. How hot does it get here this time of year? You could see mid-90s this time of year. I feel like we have seen that before. But we're still in that stretch where you really need to prepare for anything if you're visiting Central Florida, because it could easily drop to the 60s, and then all of a sudden you're out here and you have to buy a Disney hoodie. Patty says that's better than 40 today and snow tomorrow, and then 70 on Thursday. Michigan weather is confusing. Yeah, so ours isn't quite that confusing, but yeah, that's a lot to deal with. Tony is right, by the way. It is a beautiful day. Again, a little warm in the sun, but I'm not complaining. I know it's only going to get hotter from here, so too early to complain about the heat just yet. Randy coming out on the 28th. Awesome. Exciting. Oh, so I see what you're saying. Right after Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. When will Tron be open? We don't have a date yet. Rumor out there is October, but I don't know. We did see they were testing Tron yesterday, so it is running, kind of. But we don't have an opening date just yet. Nice look at Echo Lake here. Let's keep circling around the park. The Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular is running, by the way. That opened up earlier this year, reopened, I should say, earlier this year. And it's still going strong. And then across from that, we've got Vacation Fun, the original animated Mickey Mouse short. which if you haven't watched the Mickey Mouse shorts, the new ones, highly recommend checking them out on Disney Plus. They are hilarious. And then when you come out to Disney Hollywood Studios, you get to see a brand new sort of exclusive one that you can't see anywhere else. Aside from, you know, I'm sure it's on YouTube somewhere, but aside from that. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the comments, but the sun is just, the glare off of my phone right now is so hard to read. Let's see. Oh, Randy says I was hoping to catch the DVC preview for Guardians of the Galaxy, but that will be before he gets here. Well, at least you get here right after it opens, though, so at least you'll get a chance to experience it. Oh, wow, only a 10-minute wait for Star Tours right now. So the wait times have definitely dropped since I started the video. I would expect to see, like, late, maybe like a couple hours before closing here tonight, you'll see these wait times drop quite a bit. Because I think a lot of people are on the tail end of their vacations. But again, there's probably going to be some lag time between the end of spring break and the beginning of the slower season. Am I getting an early ride on Guardians of the Galaxy? I can't say. I feel like a Marvel actor that's not allowed to spoil things. No, I don't know for sure. But we'll see. I'm hoping I do, but I'm not sure yet. Sci-Fi Dine-In, one of the popular table service locations in Hollywood Studios. And then right next to that, Baseline Tap House, which, if you've been watching these videos for a while, you know is one of my favorite places in any Disney park. Not too crowded right now, too. It'll be a nice day to sit out here on this patio and enjoy a drink. Before we head into Batuu and see what Easter is like on Batuu, I would imagine just like every other day. But before we get over there, we're going to head left over into the Muppets Courtyard. This is one of my favorite music loops of any of the Disney parks. It's weird because it's not like Disney parks original music, but it's just fantastic, like the twist that they put on it. So we got Muppet Vision 3D going over here. Just calling out 3 minutes until showtime, so clearly no wait for Muppet Vision. And then we got Pizza Rizzo. Pizza Rizzo, one of the most divisive dining locations in Disney parks. People either love Pizza Rizzo or, like me, you just kind of don't eat there ever. Gonna do a little lap around this area here. Show off one of the most hidden restaurants in any of the Disney parks. Still haven't eaten around the corner over here at Mama Melrose. Nice Italian table service restaurant. It's been high on our list for quite a while. We've wanted to eat here and just haven't done it. Oh, you could hear the fountain. Nice. Just had to show this snowman here, just in case my brother sees this video. He would remember that snowman. Still have this awesome Muppet art back here on the backside of Muppet Vision 3D with the giant Kermit. And then, again, like I was saying, here is the entrance over here to Mama Melrose. Pretty busy. It's like a lot of people have their reservations for Mama Melrose. Definitely something you want to book in advance. Oh, Jackie says we enjoyed the Muppet Show in February, but loved the Frozen show. So there aren't many attractions that I am yet to experience at Walt Disney World. That is one of them, and I don't know why. I haven't seen the Frozen show here. I can't remember the full name of it right now, but yeah, it's a fantastic little show. It's not super long or anything like that. I don't know why I haven't experienced it yet. Maybe I'll check that out today. We'll see how timing works out. Not that I would do it during a live stream, because I'm sure going into that building will kill the service immediately and won't be able to see anything anyway. But maybe I'll check that out soon for myself. Yeah, I've seen some videos of it, and I see everyone. Oh, Frozen! It is Frozen Ever After, right? That's what I thought it was called, but then that's the name of the ride at Epcot, so I wasn't sure. And thank you, Stephen, for that. Appreciate it.
That's
Let's
what we were
see. Patty says the Frozen sing-along is fun. Jackie says great humor in the show. I've seen some videos of it, and yeah, it's hilarious. It's really funny. I did recently get to see Frozen on Broadway. Not really on Broadway, but the tour came to the Dr. Phillips Center in Orlando. That show is incredible. If you guys get a chance to see that show anywhere, because again, they're touring, so you can, maybe they'll come to you somewhere, but highly recommend if you get the chance to see it. Go for it. All right, let's head into Batuu as we leave Earth and head to the Outer Rim. Man, the sky is just like perfect color right now. That is beautiful. Oh, Steven has some advice. Just don't shout puddle during the Frozen sing-along. It's not going to be a puddle. He's going to be a happy snowman. All right. So we are checking out Batuu here, and oof, you can see the queue outside here for Rise of the Resistance. Let's see what the wait time is listed at. That's pretty long. I've waited outside before. I've never waited with that queue built up that much. 125 minutes, so just over 2 hours for Rise of the Resistance. They do offer Lightning Lane for Rise of the Resistance, the individual Lightning Lane. So I believe it is $15 a person, and you get basically your fast pass for the attraction. It's worth it. 2 hours is a tough sell. You know, if you want to wait 2 hours for an attraction, you're taking a lot of your day there. But Rise of the Resistance is such an unbelievable attraction that you can't experience anything like it anywhere else. It's worth it. If you don't want to do the 2 hours, maybe pay the $15. I know that gets expensive with, you know, a big group, but it's worth it. It's an attraction that you have to experience when you're here. Excuse me, Resistance pilot, I am speaking. This A-Wing is being very noisy right now. Oh, I also hear some noise coming from the X-Wing across the way. Yeah, look, I'm a Marvel nerd, but I can also be nerdy about Star Wars. Got a couple gonk droids out here for another little photo op. I believe this is one of the interactive points for the Play Disney Parks app. And then you got the X-Wing up there. And man, what a beautiful day at the Black Spire Outpost. Which is actually back over that way, but you know, it's a lot of names for this area. This is the abandoned outpost, I believe. Learning more and more about Batuu and Star Wars Galaxy's Edge via coverage of the Halcyon, the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser, which is the new, I don't want to call it a hotel because it's not really a hotel. It's an immersive experience which opened just last month. Feels like it was longer than that, but yeah, we've been seeing a whole lot of coverage. We haven't gotten to experience it ourselves, but man, it looks unbelievable. That is quite an experience. Now let's head into the marketplace here, and we'll talk a little bit more about the Galactic Star Cruiser as we get over to the port where they drop their guests off into Galaxy's Edge here. Ooh, look at these. Looks like there's some new wood carvings over here that I haven't seen before. This Doc Ondar. That is impressive. Of course, you got a Porg. Got a Loft Cat, a couple more Porgs, and Chewie on the bottom. Samantha says, experienced Galaxy's Edge for the first time 3 weeks ago. Oh my lord, one of my favorite areas ever. Yeah, Galaxy's Edge is very impressive. And Steven asked, what's the best part of the cruiser? So the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser, I don't know from experience. Although you guys know my favorite part of things is usually the food, and the food looks really, really good. So that would probably be one of my favorite things. It's worth mentioning that it is treated like a cruise. So when you stay on the Galactic Star Cruiser, your meals are included, and they offer snacks throughout the day. So that's a really nice perk. It's really more of a cruise than it is a hotel. And then it's more of an immersive theatrical experience than it is a cruise. So let's head into the creature stall, see if there's any new creatures that I haven't seen yet. See the Wampas, still here the Porgs, of course. We got Loft Cats. We got the Tauntaun still down here. Not sure what this guy is. I think this is one of the little frog guys that is like in a transition scene in the re-edited originals. You can see him like outside Jabba's palace. I could be wrong about that. Ooh. So these are the Lightsaber Hilts that were like a special release, limited release you can see there. This was late last year, I think these were released. So you got the Rancor, and you've got the Loft Cat. And basically what these are for is you screw them onto the bottom of your lightsaber, the hilt of your lightsaber. Randy does explain that even using DVC points, it is expensive for the Galactic Star Cruiser. It is pricey, but from what I've seen of it, it's such a crazy different kind of experience. So, I mean, it makes sense. Think about what you would pay for a cruise. It is only a 2-night experience, but still more of a cruise than a hotel, like I said. We've got our sleeping Loft Cat here. Steven says, interesting merch. Yeah, one of the cool things they did about Galaxy's Edge was they made it, all of the merchandise you can find in here is really like in-world. So it's like it's all handmade stuff that you would find on Batuu. So you're not going to see like the plushes. You can see the different look of the plushes. Like this looks as if it was handmade by someone who lives here on Batuu. We got Doc Ondar, Yoda, Kylo Ren, this Life Day Chewbacca. Oop, let me get that tag out of the way. There we go. So, I mean, Galaxy's Edge is very immersive. And then the Galactic Star Cruiser takes it to a whole different level. I mean, you are really a part of the story when you do that experience. It's one of my favorite quick service dining locations in this park, Ronto Roasters. Ronto wrap is one of my favorite go-tos for lunch, and might be on the list of stops today. We'll see. Although there's something over at Woody's Lunchbox that I really want to try, and I will mention that as we get over there. It's like there's a little bit of a line here to get into Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities. Across from Doc Ondar's, you've got Docking Bay 7, the main sort of cafeteria area here on Galaxy's Edge. You get your fried tip-yip. And then, of course, this piece of junk. Let me give you a view of the Millennium Falcon here as I catch up on a couple comments. Patty says, love the breakfast wrap. Yes, that is one of Jess's favorite theme park foods. I love it as well, but we're so rarely here in time to actually get it. Randy says, Docking Bay 7 is good too. Docking Bay 7 is good. I actually haven't eaten a full meal there. I've gone in, grabbed a drink. I forget what I had. There was something smaller, just like a side, but I have heard good things about the food. And it always looks very good. Looks like it is a 65-minute wait right now for Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. Not too bad. Just one of my favorite views, one of my favorite photo spots in the parks. I mean, it's so cool. It's the Millennium Falcon. Like, this came right out of the movies. It's one of the coolest things to see in a theme park. It's just awesome. And then, of course, you have all the details of Galaxy's Edge. Got this ship ready to take off up there on Docking Bay 7. The sounds that go, it feels like there's a ship flying over your head every 5 minutes. And then, speaking of my favorite places in this park, really in any park, on the left here is Oga's Cantina, the themed bar here in Galaxy's Edge. Oga's does take reservations, and most of the time you will need a reservation to get in there. If you can get one, 100% go for it. See if your travel agent, your destination's a travel agent, can book one for you, because Oga's Cantina is fantastic. It's so good. The theming in there is amazing. You feel like you're walking into one of the cantinas out of A New Hope. There's only one in A New Hope, but you get the idea. And the drinks are all delicious. They are so good. Highly recommend checking out Oga's Cantina. Again, ask your destinations or travel agents to book you a reservation. And it's a good time as any to let you know if you want to book your Walt Disney World Resort vacation. You can head to d2travel.com or send us an email at info@d2travel.com, and we can start planning that for you today. Let's see, what thoughts do we have on Oga's? Samantha says, the fuzzy tauntaun threw me for a major loop. Never will order it again, but definitely the best place ever. Yeah, so the fuzzy tauntaun is one of the most well-known drinks there because, I don't know if you could hear that very well, but it just sounded like a ship just flew right over us. The fuzzy tauntaun is very well known because it uses a foam that is like a numbing foam. Like, it gives your lips a tingling feeling as you're drinking it. And it is bizarre. It's such a strange experience, but it's also delicious. I love the fuzzy tauntaun. It's one of my go-tos. I also love jet juice. That's my go-to. And then, like Samantha says too, it's just such a cool place. It's such a fun place to hang out. You get in there whether you're sitting at the bar or standing at the bar, or you get one of the big booths. You know, just hang out there, enjoy the music. DJ Rex is playing the entire time. If you're not familiar with DJ Rex, that's the former droid that flew you on Star Tours. So he has been repurposed from a pilot to become a DJ now in there, and it's so cool. Just such an awesome detail. So since the last time I was here, the Galactic Star Cruiser opened, and this bar over here, which actually looks like it's just sodas and waters, has opened up. I had never seen that before. But this right here, this is the port where guests come off of the Galactic Star Cruiser and enter Batuu. So that is another really nice thing about your stay on the Galactic Star Cruiser. They drop you off. You take a shuttle from your ship, which is of course up in space, orbiting Batuu. And then they shuttle you down here. You come in, you enter Batuu, and then you continue your adventure. So it's once you're off the Halcyon, which is the name of the ship, it's not like you're just stepping out of the experience. They continue your experience here on Batuu. They give you things that you should try and experience. You get a preset, like you automatically have a reservation at Oga's. You get Lightning Lane for Rise of the Resistance and Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. And they really continue your story as a guest of the Halcyon and give you objectives to accomplish as you go around Batuu. So it's just a really, really cool experience. Here is your blue and green milk stand. Has anybody tried these before? I have had both. They're not bad. I think people kind of overreact to them a little bit. I mean, I can't speak for everyone, obviously. Some people really hate it. But I think it got a bad rap. It's not the best. I probably wouldn't get myself blue or green milk before. You do get unlimited blue and green milk aboard the Galactic Star Cruiser, but I don't dislike them, but they're also not my favorite. I should mention too, we got Kylo Ren's ship over here. I don't see any stormtroopers patrolling the area right now. See if we spot any on our way out. But let me know what you guys think of blue and green milk if you've tried them before. You can get them with or without alcohol as well. Hi. Some more details over here as I catch up on a couple comments. Debbie says, had both and prefer the blue. Yeah, the blue was my preference as well. But not by much. I think they were pretty similar. Oh, Samantha did something at Oga's that I'm jealous of that I haven't done myself yet. She got the Rancor Flight, which is a board with 4 Rancor teeth. And then you get to keep that souvenir over at Oga's. Such a awesome souvenir, like a really, really cool Star Wars piece to add to your collection. Coming around the corner over here, we've got the Droid Depot. And I'm going to go right past the Droid Depot because I see some characters out here. We've got Vi Morata, the Resistance spy. And then right next to her is Rey. And then beyond that, we got Chewbacca. Let's go see if we can get a good view of them. There's a guy wearing a Darth Vader shirt over here, and Vi just pointed it out and said, Vader, you gotta go. I don't know how well you guys can hear them, but earlier somebody pointed out that his daughter was born on May the 4th, felt the need to let them know that, and Vi was not impressed. She had no idea what May the 4th meant. All right, I'm sure you guys can't really hear them all that well, but they're having a really fun experience with or interaction with the guy in the Vader shirt, so I had to listen in for a little bit. Let me see, what else have we had here? Jackie says, didn't try it, not a huge fan of milk, so blue and green is more of an ick factor for me. I will say they're nothing like milk. They're kind of like more of like a slushy almost. I think there is, actually I don't know if there's dairy in them. I'm not sure. I'd have to look into that. But it does have sort of like it's not fully slushy. You know how there's like a milk, like a cream ice versus a, like just a normal water ice? It has a little bit more of that texture. Randy says, have to remember this character spot when we come. Yeah, that spot over there is sort of a hot spot. You'll get a lot of interactions over there. You'll often see some stormtroopers patrolling that area, as well as Vi, who's usually hiding in the ships. It was cool to see her up there with Rey and Chewie, and interact with the characters here in Galaxy's Edge. They're always so much fun. Stormtroopers especially, they're a lot of fun. But as you can see, we have exited Galaxy's Edge, and we are now entering Toy Story Land in Andy's backyard. Debbie says, had the best interaction with Chewbacca last time. He's the best. Debbie, do you speak Wookiee? Kind of hard to communicate with Chewbacca sometimes. But no, he does a good job of sort of miming things for you. Or sometimes they have a translator with him too, which is fun. It's like we got a 35-minute wait for alien swirling saucers over here. Let's go watch. They're about to start, so let's watch alien swirling saucers. Alien Swirling Saucers is one of 3 attractions here in Toy Story Land. We'll go and check out the other 2 in just a minute, but I wanted to point out Woody's Lunchbox over here, because like I said earlier, there's something that I want to try. So they have a year-round, all the time, they have a, I forget the name of what they actually call it, but it's essentially a Pop-Tart. But it's a little thicker, it's more of a dessert kind of thing. You see a menu here for Woody's Lunchbox. But right now, for spring, they have a special one, a special Pop-Tart. It is a banana fudge flavor. So, yeah, I think I'm going to be going to Woody's Lunchbox for lunch today and getting that. That sounds fantastic. And just around the corner over here, we've got Slinky Dog Dash. I try to make my way through. There we go. Looks like they do have the queue extended out here right now. Actually, I don't know if this is the queue or not. It's hard to tell. Looks like it might just be a bunch of guests enjoying the shade right now. Let's see what's the posted wait time for Slinky Dog Dash. Looks like 115 minutes, but the queue does look like it's actually all the way inside there right now, so not too bad. There goes Slinky Dog. We'll get a better view around the corner over here. Steven said back when we were looking at Alien Swirling Saucer, this looks fun. It is a fun little ride. It's nothing, super thrilling, but it's a fun ride. If it's a shorter wait time, I recommend checking it out. But in Toy Story Land, the attractions you want to experience for sure are the other two. Slinky Dog Dash is so much fun. And then Toy Story Mania over here, one of my favorites. If you're a fan of those interactive games and you're a little bit competitive like me, it's definitely a must-do. Steven asks, how does it taste? I assume talking about the Pop-Tart over at Woody's Lunchbox. I haven't gotten to try the banana fudge one yet, so I'm really excited to try it. We had an apple, I think it was just like an apple pie one during the holidays. That was really, really good, so I'm excited to try the next one. There goes Slinky Dog Dash. Again, a really fun attraction. Definitely recommend checking it out. Usually has a pretty long wait time, I will say. So you are going to have to wait for it. 40 minutes for Toy Story Mania is not bad at all, though. Randy says that is one he'll have to try during his next visit. Talk about the Pop-Tart. Oh, interesting point from Tony here. Says our first time in Toy Story Land, we walked right through and didn't think much of it. Now we really enjoy it, especially at night. Yes, I agree. And actually, let me stop and give you another view here as I explain for just a second. So one of the downsides of Toy Story Land, as you can notice, just looking through here real quick, there's no shade. So on a hot summer day, it's not the best place to hang out. But at night, when this is all lit up, it looks awesome. And it's a really cool place. And there's a couple of really big attractions over here. So yeah, it's a kind of a hot spot for this park. It can get crowded over here, I will say that too. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Again, Slinky Dog Dash, usually one of the longer wait times in the park, so you'll see a crowd build around there. And I think it is the longest. Oh no, what did we see? We saw 125 for Rise of the Resistance, 115 for Slinky Dog Dash. Now, given those two wait times, if you're going to wait for one of them, I'd take the extra 10 minutes and do Rise of the Resistance. Slinky Dog Dash is fun, but Rise is it's a different level of attraction. It's top tier. I mean, there aren't many attractions that I would say are better. And I mean, it's hard to say that any of them are better, to be honest. So we're coming up behind the Chinese Theater and the building that houses Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. To our right is Municiburg, the Incredibles themed area. Let's pop in real quick. Just take a little look around. Character meet and greets have returned here at Walt Disney World. I mean, there have been meet and greets this whole time, but now you can actually get up close and personal with your favorite characters. So character hugs are a thing again. And if I think they've returned now, if not, it's very soon they'll be coming back. So right now, it looks like there's nothing going on over here in Municiburg. They used to have big character street parties over here with all the Incredibles and Edna Mode and Frozone. So it's a really fun little place. This used to be the entrance to Toy Story Mania, if you remember back before Toy Story Land became a thing here. And this is where you would get your Jack Jack's Num Num cookie normally. I don't know if I think they might have it at the marketplace over here. One of my favorites. Basically just a giant chocolate chip cookie, so what's not to love? I would love to take you guys inside Walt Disney Presents, this little sort of museum here that goes through some Disney history. It's such a really cool place, but an absolute dead spot. So I will immediately drop the video as soon as I walk in the building. But definitely a place to check out. And you can watch Walt Disney's One Man's Dream right now. This place is used for previews of different movies and stuff that Disney has coming up. So that will change in the future. You might see a, I know they've done like an Eternals preview before. They might do a Doctor Strange preview, although I think we're just about in the window where that should be happening right now, if that were the case. But you might see some other previews in the future. I think they did one for Turning Red before that debuted on Disney+. So around the left here, we do have the Disney Junior courtyard, as well as the Star Wars launch bay, still open over there. We've gone through there a few times. Honestly, there's nothing new going on, so we're gonna head this way instead. Back out to the main courtyard here. I'll give you a look through the gate as we come around here. Ooh, maybe I am going to pop in because, you know, anytime I see some Marvel stuff, it's going to draw me in. And I do see some posters from Moon Knight, the current Disney Plus Marvel series. I don't know if there's anything else going on for Moon Knight, but there are some posters up here, which is really cool. And then again, Disney Junior, like, meet some of your favorite Disney Junior characters over here. You got the Disney Junior Dance Party back in the corner, and Star Wars Launch Bay, which is basically just where you go and see. It's funny because it's like models and stuff for Galaxy's Edge, and it was really big before Galaxy's Edge opened, but it's still there now. It's kind of weird, but you can still go check it out. If we come out and go to the left here, you've got the Hollywood Brown Derby, one of the popular table service restaurants here in this park. And honestly, one of the most popular anywhere in Walt Disney World. Another one that is high on our list, higher, I would say, than Mama Melrose. I want to eat at the Brown Derby. We just haven't done it yet. We've got another Fab 50 statue over here. We got Joe Gardner from Soul. Actually, I'll backtrack just a little bit here. This is a really cool one. I love the keyboard under his hand there. And then over here, we have Sebastian and Flounder. And again, with the Fab 50 statues, there are actually 50 of them around Walt Disney World. You'll find some in all 4 parks. And we've done a little hunt for them in previous videos. So you can go back and check that out. And basically any video since October in any of the 4 Walt Disney World parks. Steven says, Voyage of the Little Mermaid sound fun. Yeah, I failed to point that out. That is, you can see this big sign for it right over there. That's one of the older attractions here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. It's sort of a musical stage show retelling of The Little Mermaid. And it's very well done. And then you have down Sunset Boulevard over here, you have a Beauty and the Beast equivalent. I think it's just Beauty and the Beast Live on Stage is the name of this one. And that's also very well done. We're coming out to Sunset Boulevard here. We'll wrap things up down near the Tower of Terror. But a few things to point out before we get there.
look at me, smile. Remember, if you made a joke,
I just wanted to let you guys enjoy the view and the music of Sunset Boulevard for a moment before I start yapping again. But so we do still have all of these stores open down Sunset Boulevard. Although on the left side, this area is closed. This is where you would find a lot of your Pixar merchandise typically. And that store has been closed for quite a while now. I'm not sure exactly what is going on there. But down the right side of Sunset Boulevard, as you're walking toward Tower of Terror at least, everything is still open over here. Find more of your Disney Parks merchandise. And then on the left side up ahead, there's a small quick service restaurant called Fairfax Fair. If we were to go back about a year, maybe a little bit more, that was my 100%. If I was going to eat in Hollywood Studios, that was it. I was going to eat at Fairfax Fair. I wasn't going anywhere else. This park has had a big change, big improvement in terms of the food it offers here in the past year, maybe year and a half. There is a lot of really good places. ABC Commissary, Woody's Lunchbox, Ronto Roasters, like I mentioned, over in Galaxy's Edge, Docking Bay 7. And then, of course, if you want table service, you've got Brown Derby, you've got 50's Primetime Cafe, you've got Mama Melrose. So there's a lot of really good places to eat here in Hollywood Studios. And that's something that I wouldn't have said a couple years ago. Because looking at it now, I think Epcot and Animal Kingdom are still probably at the top, but Hollywood Studios is right behind it. And here is Fairfax Fair. And then to my right, we've got Beauty and the Beast Theater. Beauty and the Beast live on stage right over here in the Hollywood Hills. And then this is also where you would enter over here for Fantasmic, which is still not showing right now, but I have a feeling it's coming back fairly soon. They're making some adjustments to Fantasmic, and I think we might see the return of that nighttime spectacular fairly soon. I don't know when, but I have a feeling it won't be too much longer. Let's head towards Rock and Roller Coaster, and then we'll come back and finish up in front of Tower of Terror here. Want to check the wait times of another one of the most popular attractions here in the park. And then another sort of forgotten one that's tucked away in the corner back here, Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy. Another attraction I haven't done yet. It's more of a kids attraction. It's sort of a play-along show. Not really an interactive thing, but it's a show for a younger audience. Set in the Cars universe, of course. Looks like we have a 70-minute wait right now for Rock and Roller Coaster. You can see the queue extending outside here. So a little bit of a long wait. I mean, comparatively with some of the other big attractions in the park right now, not too bad. But 70 is, I would say, it's above average for Rock and Roller Coaster. Let me catch up on a couple comments here. Tony says, I finally got my wife to ride Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster last year. Nice. That's fun. Steven says Rock and Roller Coaster is awesome. Tony says Lightning McQueen's is worth trying at least once, no matter how old you are. Okay, there you go. I mean, I have that attitude towards pretty much every attraction. I think it's always worth experiencing it at least once. But yeah, that's good to know. Good advice. Patty says Lightning Show was cute. I will say I'm not the biggest Cars fan. It's not my most, it's not the Pixar franchise I go to the most. But it's not bad. Lightning is a fun character. All right, so we are going to wrap things up with the screams of the Hollywood Tower Hotel. You can see right now this is a 115-minute wait for Tower of Terror, so it's up there. We had a few long waits around the park right now, 3 of them over 100 minutes. So pretty close to 2 hours on 3 different attractions. That eats up a big chunk of your day if you're trying to do all 3 of them. So you do still have Lightning Lane, individual Lightning Lane offers which I think actually in this park is only Rise of the Resistance. I think they've cut it back to it's only one in each park right now, but you can also do Genie Plus, which is a charge for the day, but then you can basically book fast passes like the old fast pass system used to work. Oh, Jeff jumped in and said, "This is my favorite park." Sorry, Jeff, we are at the tail end of the video here, but you can always go back and watch the replay. Took a whole walk around all of Disney's Hollywood Studios. But yeah, we are going to wrap things up right here. I'm going to be back pretty soon. We're going to get out to another Disney park, so keep an eye out for the announcement of our next video. I'll give you a heads up, it's going to be next Sunday. I don't know the time yet, but it'll be next Sunday. We'll get out to another park. Uh-oh. Kathy says, never again. I assume talking about Tower of Terror. Yeah, if you're not a thrill ride person, this is not the attraction for you. However, it's one of my favorites. So thank you again for everyone. Oh, there's some of the screams. Thank you again for joining me today, and happy Easter, everyone. Hope you enjoy your holiday. And again, keep an eye out for our next video on next Sunday. And then if you are looking to book a Walt Disney World vacation, head to d2travel.com or send us an email at info@d2travel.com and start planning the magic today. Aside from that, thank you again, everyone. Let me make sure I'm not missing any last second comments. Happy Easter. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and holiday, and I will see you all real soon. Bye.